How have I not made this type of coloring book before? The easiest one out of all of them.
Wait, and you're telling me this now?
Of course, knowing me, I dive into the hardest coloring books and the hardest type of medium content books from the very beginning. If you know me at all, then you're like, yeah, Renee, that tracks. So when I was looking through more coloring books to make, different kinds that I should dive into, and I saw this one, I thought, of course, it's the easiest one out of all of them, and I skipped it.
Don't beat yourself up.
So now we're backing up, and we're gonna make the easiest coloring book out there. Let me show you what I mean. So if you've been in this KDP coloring book journey with me, you've seen me make coloring book mazes with dinosaurs and unicorns. You've seen me make adult coloring books, this swear word, motivational coloring books. You've seen me make AI children's books that aren't even coloring books, but part of a series. Book number 2 coming out soon. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Been selling a couple of those, but I digress. So as I was researching different types of books to make, I came across this one, and it's the easiest one out of all of them. Let me show you what I mean. This stress relief coloring book is one of the easiest ones that you can make. So now that I know I'm looking for bold and easy coloring books, that's what I'm going to type in the search bar. Look at this entire market out there that I didn't even consider. Let's go to my Book Bold Spy and see how much they're making. I'm going to come over here to my extension, click on KDP Spy by Book Bold, click Start. This one book has made $10,000, just published in July. How have we not made this yet?
Stop saying that, you'll make me mad.
Let's go ahead and come on to this next one. See, this one also made about $20,000. That one she posted in April. Now, I need to give you some backstory. I happen to have followed her on TikTok. She colors on TikTok and then sells the books there, puts the link there also. So she did not use Amazon ads to promote this book. So far, I've only been able to sell books either through promotions through Amazon ads or publishing it here, like talking about it on YouTube and people have clicked on it, or through social media through my TikTok page also. So remember, you can't just put something out there and then expect the world to notice it and then pick it up. You have to promote it in some way. So I've seen her coloring on TikTok. That's all she does, is color on TikTok and show her books. Here's another one posted in January. It has almost $10,000. This one is $3,000. This one's $22,000 and just started in May. I think this is the one we're going to do. Let me show you how we're going to do it. With the holidays coming up, I decided to focus on a Christmas theme, bold, easy coloring book. Here in Kittl, I created a template with one type of size that I wanted. So all I have to do is come in here and duplicate that one project, so I'm not recreating it over and over. So you can see here, I already started creating some items. I had one project that had multiple square pages because I know I wanted to make it a square shape like that other book. And all I had to do was come here to the top left corner, come here to duplicate project, and then it's going to make a new project for me. Let me show you how I generated all of these particular images to get my book going. First of all, I want to show you what was already available in the Kittl templates that I was able to just use. And I didn't have to change them at all to get the licensing agreement for it. I'm going to click on my artboard here. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Come over here to my elements. I'm going to type in Christmas, and I can use any of those. I really like that one. So I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller just to make sure I have a lot of area for the margins. What if we want to use their AI generator? Let me show you. Come over here to the next artboard, select it, come here to the AI generator. I'm going to select the line art. What item should we do? How about a snow globe? And I'm going to keep it square. Love it. I'm going to keep going with this until I have 50. In my book bolt, I want to create a book with 100 pages. Remember, I only want to color on one side. Before, I was doing pictures on both sides, and then a subscriber made a comment saying that they got negative reviews on their particular coloring book because it was coloring through to the other side. Thank you so much for that advice. And now I only do a picture on one side. So I'm going to jump over to Book Bolt and let me show you what I created. So you go to Project, New Project. I'm going to title this Bold Coloring Book. I want this to be square, and my square options are 8.25 by 8.25, black and white interior paper, and I'm going to make it 100 pages. And then create project. Let me show you what I've got so far. Here, if I go to the little eyeball menu, you can see what's been created. And then there's the first page on the right, and the next one. As you can see, very simple options. Now, what are we gonna do for the cover? Her cover is very simple, but it is colored in. So let's work on that. Let me go ahead and click on this artboard, and let's go back to the elements and see what else we have in our elements. Remember, I want it to look like someone colored it in, so it still needs to be very simple. So I'm gonna click on that one. This one could also be an option. I'm just gonna make everything a little bit smaller and distribute it around the page. Line them up. And now for the text. Okay, what does she have for the title? She has it titled Stress Relief. If the title you note in KDP when you're uploading the book is not what it says on the front cover, KDP will catch that and tell you to fix it. So I want this to be a calming stress relief book. So I'm still going to keep with the same title, Stress Relief, but I need to make sure I have a different description to show that my book is different. Why don't I go to ChatGPT to help me find some different words other than bold and easy coloring book? Coloring book for adults and children, bold, easy, and simple, large-scale designs for relaxation. Perfect. Come back over to here to Kindle. Let's get our text. Ooh, I really like this one. Let's use this design. I actually really like the white background. I think it still gives a nice, cool, Christmassy feel. Now we're going to download it and then upload everything into BookBolt. I'm going to highlight all of the artboards that I want to download. There aren't a total of 50 here because I'm still working on the book, but I just wanted to show you where I'm at in the process. There are my artboards. Come here to download, change it to JPEG. And then when I come over here to BookBolt, you'll see that I've uploaded everything here into my images. And I place them on the book. Now let's go ahead and do that front page cover. Now remember in my last video when I talked about the difference between trim and bleed size. For the front cover, I do have a bleed. So I need to make sure that this image goes all the way past the trim where it's going to be cut through to the bleed, where this red part is. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's fill in the rest of the cover. Come over here and get my rectangle. Move it to the back, change the color. And there you go. Now I'm going to download the whole project and let's upload it to KDP. Come here and click create. It is a paperback. Remember that title that ChatGPT made for us? The first title is called Stress Relief. That's the main title. It's the subtitle where all those keywords are that you're going to want to make sure you put. Now don't keyword stuff. It needs to be relevant. It has bold and easy, simple scale. You know what it doesn't have is Christmas. I made a Christmas book, so let me make sure that I add a Christmas theme in there. Christmas theme coloring book. And then let me put here holidays. Now for the description, this is where I also have ChatGPT help me out. Remember, ChatGPT doesn't know what you created, so you do have to tell it that. My book is 100 pages, 50 coloring pages for a stress relief activity. Write an engaging description that will encourage people to purchase. Oh, what about it being a really great gift also? That's another keyword that I think would be good for there. Perfect. I'm gonna click copy. And you know what? That's probably what I should do here at the top. Instead of just writing holidays, I should write holiday gift idea. That way, I'm going to include the keyword gift, and it would be a really great gift idea for someone. I own the copyright. No explicit images. Let's choose our categories. So now that I have the right category, let's go ahead and dive into the keywords. If you look here in BookBolt, I typed in the exact coloring book that we're doing and I found it. And some of the keywords that are there are pretty obvious. Let's go ahead and look. Coloring, bold, easy, book, designs, fabulous. Let's go ahead and add those. My coloring book downloaded as a zip file, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to have black and white interior paper. I need to make sure I change the size. Here's my 8.25 by 8.25. BookBolt knows what the KDP requirements are, so it formats pretty easily. I'm going to keep it matte and upload the manuscript. And now upload the cover, images, one or few. Now let's launch our previewer. In this previewer, we're going to make sure that all of the trim sizes are correct, our bleed is correct, and it will be sure to tell us if we have any issues and we need to go back and fix it. Next, let's talk about price. When you're considering price, you really need to consider how much you'd like to make per book. If you're looking at volume, you can sell things for a little bit less and profit only 50 or 60 cents on a book. But when you're just getting started, it's kind of hard to just see when you sell one book or two books, you're just making 50 cents. This is totally up to you. I like to profit about 90 cents per book. I know it's not that much more, but I feel like I'm getting at least something when one or two books sell. And then maybe as they start to sell more and more, I will lower that price once that volume really starts to build. But that's up to you. Now that's it for our super easy, bold coloring book. Why we didn't think of this before, I don't know. Don't forget, all of this is on my website at reneeclancy.com. Hop on over there. You can get all these instructions or any other supports or things that you need. If you're interested in Kindle or BookBolt, the links are down below. I use them daily. So good luck with your journey. Let me know how it goes.